all the workers, the hard workers out there in the heat. Woo. Sardines. Whoa, that was amazing. That was crazy. It makes you feel so small. They have like the deep ocean one. That was crazy. Like see all the big predators and stuff, and then just like the spot where the jellyfish were. It was so calming, and they have like the relaxing music in the back. Oh man, I could definitely see why you could just spend hours there. You could just sit and just watch the tanks. It's crazy. But anyway, I did spend like almost 3 hours in there, and I had my lunch and grab some gas and head to Santa Rosa, which is 3 hours from here. So I'll be passing right through San Francisco. I've seen San Francisco so many times, and unfortunately the crime is getting bad there. You can't just leave your car with your belongings in it anymore. I'm gonna zip on through as fast as I can and get to grandma's. But yes, I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Bye. So of course, you know, going off the path here. This is 17 Mile Scenic Drive, so this should be beautiful. So yeah, let's do it. Met a really nice family, these people here. They're really so nice here. Just have to say that. So many cool people along the way. I've made friends. And they help send my Hawaii license plates because I get a lot of conversation. But anyway, this is where I'm having my lunch. I think I picked a good spot. This is on the 17-mile drive. It's called Spanish Bay. So beautiful. Pictures don't do it justice, but it feels so good. Okay guys, so I'm gonna finish my lunch, or actually finished it almost. Have my fries and hit the road. Bye. Golden Gate. This is the other one. Look at that. Getting there. I am about an hour from Santa Rosa. Sweet. I made grandma's house. I get to stay in the cottage. And I can't wait to take a nice hot shower. Showers at the hostel, you have to pay like quarters to use it. And I only had 2 quarters, so it gave me like a 7-minute shower. But anyway, I'm gonna go shower. My Uncle Brad is here. We're gonna have some wine. My grandma made my favorite thing in the world, tamale pie. So I'm gonna rest, relax, and then check in with you guys on my journey. Okay, see ya. Hi guys. Sitting at the hot tub at grandma's house. You guys can't really see it, but she has the hot tub and the pool and the deck and everything. So just you know, getting some R&R tomorrow. Hang out with my Uncle Brad, who lives right down there. My grandma just came back from Europe. She is the most interesting person I know. She's lived an interesting life, and she's such a beautiful soul, and she's my angel. She's all over angel. But yeah, it was a long trip. I anticipated that I would have more time to do the things I wanted, but the day just, you know, goes by quick, and that's okay. I will have many opportunities to do that. But just, I don't know, it's like making decisions for yourself for once, you know, is very refreshing. It's almost like, is this really happening? Like, and it's on all parallels. It's like the smallest things. Yeah, I'm living the dream right now, but it's the smallest things, like being able to smile at another person of the opposite sex, or wear things you want and feel beautiful instead of telling somebody that you're not, or not telling you you are. And outward beauty comes from inward beauty. It's about how you make yourself feel is what makes you beautiful, you know? And it's still so weird that like I've dreamed. I used to sit when we used to have arguments, and he would make me feel like shit. I used to sit and close my eyes and dream of the life that I could have, because that's all I could do was dream and wish, because I felt like that was my eternity, like that was forever. That's all I can do is just pretend like I was doing all the things that I wanted to do, because I would never live it. I was just talking to my mom on the phone, and my mom, you know, she just understands me. I am like her in so many ways. We're just not the same color. But she brought up a good point that you shouldn't have to sacrifice one thing for the other. If you're with a partner who wants you to live your best life, and you shouldn't have to sacrifice the things you love for that person. And I did all of that, you know, for too long. And there's just no more sacrifices being made. There's times where like I'm still very conditioned to think a certain way depending on the scenario, or act a certain way because the narcissist makes you believe that that is the only way that you can be to be a righteous person. My perspective on the world was so negative. So negative. So I'm basically like testing the boundaries of what was used to be a no, but now it's a yes. That woman that I met at the hostel, she's from Basque, but she, for some reason, when she said that your no's are no longer gonna be your no's in life are gonna be your yes. If you ever are presented with an opportunity or a situation that used to be a no, according to your toxic partner, make it a yes. You know? And I found that interesting. Like, I'm adding that to my itinerary, you know? At the same time, meeting all of these interesting people, you know, I've met people from other countries. I've met people who've explored other countries, who have been in areas during turmoils of war and dealing with poverty-stricken cities in rural areas of other countries. I've met people who have jobs that have caused them a lot of trauma. They were talking about just being in Europe during the 1990s when communist countries were at war. Wars are still going on, right? I've just realized your story is your stories of horror and trauma are a very tiny portion of everything that's going on in the world. Of course, if you're living it, you know, it feels like it is your entire world. So it's just weird during my whole journey on leaving my partner. I just never put that thought into my mind, like, and it just, for some reason, it just helped me gain a lot of new positive perspective on things. Not saying that I don't want to, like, it's not you shouldn't live through that trauma. You need to allow yourself to go through it emotionally. Um, but that you shouldn't dwell in it for so long. Um, because there's things that are happening all around the world that are always going to be 5 times as worse as what you're going through. So I don't know, it's just, it's made me feel, not that I'm selfish for feeling like my problems are the only problems, but that keeps me humble, right? And I'm just the kind of person, like, I love to open my ears. I'm so interested in hearing other people's lives and what they've been through, because we've all been through something at one point or another. But it's very interesting because you have, you can be with people and have a very shallow conversation about whatever, politics or personal dramas or this and that, when I start to talk about my situation, it opens up this whole new topic of conversation. And these people didn't realize, like, that the trauma had happened to them. Like, I just say, like, wow, like, you were in the Congos, like, during the apartheid, and the guerrillas were coming through. Like, I'm so glad that you're safe. And then they think, like, yeah, I was in a dangerous situation, and I'm so grateful for life, and this is what happened to me. Like, just experiences. I had the first lady that I was with on the camping trip. She was just telling me how she was a vet, and then she was talking about how she got to hang out in the Congos and go to the gorilla sanctuary back in, like, the 1980s, when they still had, the rebels coming through that area. And she was telling me, I brought her back to an experience that she had. She said she remembers she was staying at a hotel, but it was only safe for the conservationists because a lot of the locals were being told to leave that area. She remembers hearing, like, on the radio, this goes into, like, conditioning. They would have on the radio, talking about the other tribal communities and how they were dirt, and that violence needs to happen, and you need to take over, and and they're just basically, like, low class. And she said they would play this over and over and over and over on the radio stations, and it would incite violence, acts of violence. And she described so well, and I know I'm just gonna hack at it, so I'll keep it short. But a night where she was stuck in the hotel because it's not safe to go outside, and she is alone in this, like, 24-bedroom hotel, and she had to keep the shutters closed so nobody knew she was there, or else it could endanger her life. And she said that in the middle of the night, it was this sound that she had never heard before, and she knows she'll never hear it again. She said it was like a wall of silence, and then just an eruption of primates and birds and other mammals, and just basically like the whole animal kingdom just erupted. And it went on for like an hour and a half, and she knew that there was something happening miles down, and the animals, basically, they know when things aren't right. And she just thought like, wow, like, I'm so glad that like you brought that up, because I've never shared that experience with anybody before. So just opening up that door, talking about traumas and the things that people have experienced in their lives, has led to some very, very interesting conversations. But I just because I'm meeting all these people, I don't like to just keep talking about myself and my stupid little drama. I'm just so interested in hearing what other people have been going through. So it's been very enlightening experience for me, and I'm glad that I can be that kind of person that can just get really in tune with somebody else's feelings. Yeah. It's not to say that your issues are small, not at all. When I used to be tucked away in a corner and curled up in a ball, I wasn't just thinking about the pain I was going through. I was thinking about all the other men and women around the world who were also tucked up in a ball, cowering in the corner. And I would just wish that we were all out of it and we could all be happy. I want to do my best to make everybody happy if I have an opportunity to do that. At least, this is some type of avenue I can use. I don't know how to get on the elusive YouTube algorithm. I'll try. Maybe create more tags, or if you find my channel, like, please subscribe. I think that's how it works. The more subscribers you have, then the more interesting your content is. And I know I have a lot of videos and a lot of stuff, but just make it your new Netflix series or whatever, because I just I have different pieces of evidence and different emotions that I go through during my whole journey of leaving a toxic person, an emotionally abusive person. And I just wish to God that if I found the light at the end of my tunnel, that you guys will find it too. And that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the scenery today. So I'm gonna finish my glass of wine. I put it in here because I'm in the hot tub. I don't want to bring grandma's fancy glass in here. But tomorrow I'm gonna pick up my dress for my black tie affair with my friend in band. Petaluma is like the new swanky town. It used to be an old dairy farming town, and now all of these cool little boutique shops and coffee shops are coming up. My uncle said there's a music festival tomorrow he'll take me to, and then probably just go out. Sonoma is just known for it's wine country out here. And my grandma's so sweet. She's like, just indulge, my dear. Just indulge this life. you know, while you have this opportunity. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But I'm definitely ready to go to bed. It's been a long day, fun but long. Um, I made a guy friend from the Netherlands, and I ended up playing some music outside of the hostel, and it was so cute. Like a lot of the residents were like, "Oh my God, this is like an open concert! Like, really, this is amazing! You're the first actual Hawaiian I've ever met." You know, and I'm like, "Well, you're the first person from Netherlands I ever met," and it's so amazing. Just a completely platonic, just friends meeting friends, like people just meeting people. But he might end up coming to Oregon, um, and it's just great. That's how I make connections. Now I know somebody. I know two people from different countries, and that's how sometimes you make friends from other countries, right? So I hope I have continuing and lasting friendships. The lady I was with today, she took me out to breakfast on her birthday, and she's a very sweet lady. She used to be a college professor, and now she's just kind of finding her new niche in life. Um, and I told her she's always got an open door if she ever wants to come to Hawaii. Who wouldn't want to have a friend from Hawaii, right? And it's just amazing. I get to do these things. I never pictured myself doing that. And it's not just about my journey. It's just if you were the person who was so controlling that you just were not allowed to talk to anybody, like you can take that opportunity now if you want it. It's still nerve wracking to me, but I just spit words out of my mouth and conversations start. You know. So anyway, yeah, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, friends and family. I always love you guys for the support, for coming and checking in on me. If anybody is new to this channel, I suggest you go to the first video. If it's just too much content for you, I would say, what was that, like day 23-ish is a good one, and day 30. And day 30 just takes you through everything I've been through. I just did like a quick overview of day 1 to 30, so you know all the emotions that you're going to go through when you decide to do no contact and you leave your abusive partner safely. So anyway, I love you all. Malama pono, as always, means take care of yourself. You're all beautiful. Thank you for your time, and have a good night.